My name is Kathryn Tucker. I am a sophomore international studies and music double major from Morristown, New Jersey. And I currently, in the past year, served as the tour manager for the Glee Club. And in this coming year, I'll serve again as a co-tour manager and as a co-student conductor.
My name is Jamaya Grant. I am a sophomore psychology major, economics minor, Japan studies minor from Columbia, Maryland, and I currently serve as a co-wardrobe mistress, and I served as co-wardrobe mistress last year.
I originally came to Spelman as an IS major. That was the main thing that I wanted to be. I wanted to go into law, and that was just my goal. And then I came to Spelman, and Spelman gave me the unique opportunity for me to audition to be in music once I got here, which is most other schools I had to do the audition process during my original application and kind of had written music off as a professional path that I could go down. And I think being at Spelman and being in the Glee Club allowed me this unique opportunity to kind of bridge both of those things and find that I wanted to go into, entertainment law, which, allows me to combine both of those passions. And I've always sang in choirs, and I think the Glee Club is this great space where I get to sing with other Black female singers, something that I kind of wasn't provided the opportunity to do in my high school years and really middle school years before. So I think that's what drew me to the Glee Club and kind of brought me to that space.
When I was applying to colleges, I knew that I wanted to be in a choir because I did choir all throughout high school, middle school. I knew I wanted to continue doing music. So I literally searched up Spelman College Choir. I did not know about Glee Club until I searched that up. But then I saw Glee Club and I saw they were having auditions during NSO. So I was like, oh, let me audition, LOL. And I auditioned, and I just knew that I wanted to keep music in my life at college, even though it's not my major and it's not what I'm going into as a career. I still love to make music, so Glee Club was my way of kind of keeping that in my life. I'm a very creative person, and I do a lot of artistry. I'm a makeup artist, I do hair. So wardrobe is kind of my go-to position because it's culminating all of my passions and my creative outlets into a position of leadership. So I feel this role really is me. So yeah, that's why I wanted to be wardrobe specifically.
Tour for me was probably one of the most memorable parts of my freshman year in Glee. I mean, it's when I really, I think, solidified a lot of the friendships and bonds that I have with the people in my class and even the people outside of my class. And so being able to kind of organize that for, my Glee sisters and be able to spearhead and make that kind of experience for them, I think was something that I really wanted to do. And also I knew I kind of at that point wanted to be in the entertainment business. So I think being able to see the logistics side of planning a tour and doing all that was also something that I was that's very beneficial for, my professional aspirations going forward. For me, the sound was kind of the first thing that really wowed me, my first very first Glee rehearsal when I walked in as a first year. There's just a richness about the sound of the Glee Club. It's kind of, I think you don't often get in female choirs where you really get such a full sound throughout the entire range. And I think that is what allows us to be able to excel in so many genres, from gospel to Negro spirituals to even just choral music. I think just the fundamental sound of the voices and the way that we're even led by Doc really allows us to explore these different genres and really excel at it. And I think going into our centennial year, it's going to be a great experience of bringing in those traditional songs that we've been able to do, and also continue to showcase how we can do new things. We can excel at different genres. We can step outside of our comfort zone, and we can still do our best at it.
I love how we sound. Like, it's just so rich because it's like all Black women, and I feel like there's just something so special about that. And it was just richer and like more elevated because in high school I did have a Black director, and he was just as crazy as Doc. Not just as crazy, but he was crazy. So I'm used to like that way of directing. And our sound was very refined, I will say, but coming to Glee, it definitely was a different sound and different in a good way. So I just love the sound. That's it. I knew of the Tabernacle Choir, but I think my grandma, she would like watch them on TV, so that's how I kind of knew of them. But I didn't know that it was like such a global thing and so like impactful in the world. But performing with them, it was really amazing. Like, I didn't expect to connect with so many of their choir members. I met one member. We connected because she's from Japan and I studied abroad in Japan like last summer. So I was talking to her and I was like practicing my Japanese a little bit. But I really liked connecting with her because it just like reinforced for me that the Tabernacle Choir is an international choir and it has members from like all over the world. And I didn't know that before. So that was a really cool experience to be able to connect with somebody from a whole different country. So.
Didn't know a lot about the choir beforehand, but I learned a lot about them in our kind of dinner with them that we were able to have before our performance. And I think it really allowed me to kind of connect and see them, because I mean, the first time we saw them was in a rehearsal, and it was very much hard to kind of not feel overwhelmed because you see all these people and they were such amazing singers. I mean, just to hear them do their pieces was breathtaking. Like, hearing them with the orchestra, amazing. And I think being able to connect with them afterwards was such a great experience because it put into kind of perspective the humanity and like the idea of music being this connecting force. I met another Black lady who was in the choir, and we were able to talk about so many things, and she taught me a lot, and me and some of my other Glee sisters, a lot about the church, about the choir, about even just Utah in general and Salt Lake. So I think it was just a great experience. I think being able to kind of reciprocate the fact that we went to Salt Lake and then they came here is kind of, it's almost like a full circle moment of kind of like the exchange of music, where it's kind of like we went and we kind of experienced what their space was like, and now they're kind of coming and experiencing what our space is like. And I think being able to do that is a unique experience, particularly with a choir that's, so well known. And I think it's a perfect kind of tribute to the 100 years of Glee, and being able to, be like, these are two choirs of immense excellence, and this is how they exchange music. So, I mean, I'm excited to see it.
I'm actually very excited for this upcoming performance. Like I said, Utah was just an amazing experience, just getting the chance to sing with such a talented and big choir. It was crazy, and I'm very excited that they're coming to Atlanta. They're getting to see our stomping grounds, seeing where we rehearse and all that, and just really being able to connect with them again and build some new connections. So I'm very excited. They had a very lasting impact on me as a performer, as a musician. Just the level of excellence that they perform at is just so inspiring as a musician. And I just want to say, keep doing what you're doing, because you are inspiring a lot of people and you are making an impact, and we appreciate you.
the connection that I felt was meaningful and will last in an entire lifetime. It will form me as a musician going forward. The type of music that we made and the feeling of the music that we made in that space is a level of music that I aspire to take into every performance that I have. And I just want them to know that I am so grateful that they were able to provide us with that opportunity, and I hope that we're able to reciprocate that when they come to Atlanta.